Hello and welcome to the Premier League Invitational. I'm Adam Smith and today I'll be joined by Joe Tomlinson and Harry Panero as we...
Before we get into it, just remind the people at home about the rules of the tournament.
Yes, Joe, these are the all-important rules you need to be aware of. The EPL Invitational is a straight knockout tournament. You lose one game, you are out. It is as simple as that. Squad or a celebrity fan, although both celebrity fans are now out. Now, onto the in-game rules. 2 6-minute halves for every game. In the event of a draw, a golden goal will be used to determine the winner. We did see golden goal yesterday for the very first time. Dwight Mcneil of Burnley defeating Neil Maupay.
You can see the draw in full. Been so many epic encounters. To get to this stage, Trent had to beat Manchester United fan Tom Grennan and Newcastle winger Christian Atsu. Raheem had it really difficult, scraping past Wilfried Zaha before making light work of Andre Gomez, who'd actually won his round of 16 game 8-0 against Reece James. Diogo Jota, though, he's been imperious, beating Leicester 8-2 and Sheffield United 5-2 on his route to the semi-final. And finally, Dwight Mcneil has actually played one game more than everybody else because he had to qualify for the round of 16, but he did so, beating West Ham, then dispatching Arsenal, and yesterday played out an absolutely epic encounter with Brighton's Neil Maupay that went to golden goal. Smithy, is that your highlight of the tournament so far? Is there any other games you want to point out?
So tough to pick a highlight. I think the golden goal was the most nerve-wracking for the players. We saw Dwight Mcneil touch his hands like that to relieve the sweat 3 times. But the other game that I enjoyed was Wilfried Zaha against Raheem Sterling, 5-4 that one, and just how dramatic. And we saw some great goals in that game, and we've been blessed to see some great goals in the whole tournament. Here are our best goals so far. Josh Franceschi came up against Nathaniel Chalobah. Josh Franceschi of Yumi at 6, one of our 2 celebrity players, and Nathaniel Chalobah with a great goal courtesy of Gerard Deulofeu in this one. But Josh ending up getting the victory in that game. We saw tournament favourite Todd Cantwell many in the first game against Sheffield United's Lys Mousset. Lys Mousset scoring a lovely goal courtesy of David McGoldrick, and he was very calm in his celebrations there as well. Another player that we were very, very excited to see was Andre Gomez. He won 8-0 in his first game, but couldn't beat Raheem Sterling, although he did score a fantastic goal. Great work on the edge of the box through Gylfi Sigurdsson. And Raheem Sterling had to play Wilfried Zaha before that in a game I mentioned earlier, and Wilfried Zaha proved he's a great FIFA 20 player with this lovely finish from Jordan Ayew, although Raheem Sterling advanced 5-4 in that match. Back to Todd Cantwell against Lys Mousset, and Todd Cantwell scoring a lovely goal with his in-game player, Todd Cantwell. And look at what it meant to him. You can see how animated he was. But as we said earlier, he lost in his opening game. Josh Franceschi back again in his next match against Dwight Mcneil for Burnley, and Dwight Mcneil with Jay Rodriguez, who's been incredibly effective for Dwight Mcneil with a lovely goal there. Neil Maupay was one of the standout players of the tournament. Narrow defeat, as we said, in the last round, but he did score a great goal against Philip Billing in that one. Tom Grennan was one of our 2 celebrity fans representing his beloved Man United. He came up against Trent Alexander-Arnold, and Trent with the goal of the tournament for Trent with that lovely little dink finish for Sadio Mane and a great celebration to boot. Neil Maupay scored another absolute perler with Glenn Murray, who he described as the GOAT mate. Glenn Murray scoring 8 goals in 2 games for Neil Maupay, but our goal of the tournament has to be this one. Diogo Jota scoring with his in-game player, Diogo Jota, wearing the captain's armband. Lovely dink finish. And that is our goal of the tournament. So many great goals to give you there. And that's only 10 of them. There's been so many more that we've been witnessing throughout this tournament. I'm pleased to say, as well as Joe and as well as me, Harry Panero has been with us throughout this tournament. Harry, great to have you on board as we go into our final day. What's been your highlight of the tournament so far, would you say, mate?
Oh, do you know what? There's been a lot. I think it's been Andre Gomez's 8-0 performance. I think it was absolutely sensational from start to finish. I love to see games on FIFA where players dominating, so that was literally right up my street. But I'm really, really excited to see how Dwight Mcneil plays today because he's an underdog. I think he scored 3 goals and conceded 4. I'm not too sure what the numbers are, but he's been absolutely amazing. So I'm really intrigued to see how he plays today, Joe.
Yeah, definitely. But he's got a tough game, hasn't he, against Diogo Jota, who is the top goal scorer in the tournament. He's hit 13 himself, plays the game in his Wolves kit. He's got Diogo Jota, his character, as the captain, and scores goals with him for fun. Diogo Jota has been brilliant to watch, Smithy.
Yeah, Diogo Jota is the tournament's top goal scorer so far. Been so many goals, but Diogo Jota having 13 goals in his 2-game performance from Diogo. Look at all 4 competitors. Dwight Mcneil actually scored the fewest amount of goals going into this, and he's played the most games. He's played 3.5 games, really, because 1 went to golden goal, and he had to come through that preliminary round. But as good as Diogo Jota's been going forward, Joe, Dwight's been very good defensively throughout this tournament.
Yeah, I mean, he's only conceded 3 goals in those 3.5 games. And yesterday we saw probably the tournament so far. It was imperious, wasn't it? 100 conceding a goal against one of the tournament's best players in Neil Maupay-Smithy. Awesome performance.
Yeah, Neil Maupay was quite simply brilliant. A bit of a shock, that one, Harry, wasn't it, yesterday? Neil Maupay losing to Dwight Mcneil. But once again, Dwight Mcneil really showing great tactics in that one to overcome one of the favourites in Neil Maupay.
100%. Didn't really see it coming, to be honest. It was a bit of a surprise. But like I've said, I've been making so many assumptions and it's all gone wrong. So we're not doing that again, Smithy. But it was totally amazing, Joe, I must say. But I think this tournament's been like that. It's been so crazy where you don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, end-to-end stuff in nearly every game. I'm hoping for more goals today, Smiths.
Semi-final, there he is. Joe's crossing his fingers. Are with us now. Trent Alexander-Arnold and Raheem Sterling. Trent, let's come to you first. You've been very calm, very composed throughout this tournament. How are you feeling?
Same, really. Calm. Obviously, just another game of FIFA, and I'm sure it'll be a good game.
Now, Trent, Raheem said yesterday that he has played against you many times. Obviously, you've been England teammates, you're good friends, you've played against each other. So when you play against Raheem in FIFA in the past, who tends to win?
It's even, really, to be honest. It can go either way. We haven't played in a while, but yeah, I'd say it's even. So I'm sure today will be a good game.
And have you seen much of Raheem? Because Raheem's come through some very tough games in this tournament. Have you seen much of Raheem this tournament? What have you made of him?
Yeah, good player, obviously. To get this far, you've got to be a decent player for FIFA.
Little stretches as well. So those are the thoughts of Trent going into our first semi.
Yeah, good, man. Just ready to go, to be honest with you.
And obviously, you said yesterday that you've played Trent in the past. How does he stack up against your previous opponents in this tournament?
Yeah, he's, as I said, I played him a couple of times, and you know he plays pretty much how Liverpool play in real life. You know, constant pressure. So I know what I'm expecting, but it's going to be a good game, definitely.
So you say Trent plays like he plays in real life. Can we expect you to push Man City to the same levels they put out in real life today?
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping to mimic, and hopefully I can do that today.
There we go then, Smithy. The thoughts of Raheem Sterling.
Loving that, Joe. Okay, now before we get into the game, we can look at both players' routes to the semi-final. So first up, this is the route that Trent Alexander-Arnold had to take to get to the semi-final today. Trent, your first match, you're up against Man United fan Tom Grennan. It was a comfortable 5-1 victory in the end, but you said to us very honestly you thought this scoreline wasn't quite fair because Tom had some good chances in the first half, didn't he?
Yeah, massive. We gave the woodwork once or twice, and we keep made some good saves. I probably gave away too many chances than I wanted to. And I think if I was playing against a more ruthless finisher, then I would have been in trouble, to be honest. I got quite lucky.
And we saw a lovely goal. I was just about to see it here to make it 5-0. Is this your goal of the tournament so far, the dink from Sadio Mane?
Yeah. Obviously, I think the game was finished by then, so I tried something a little bit cheeky.
A little bit showboating, love it. Next game was against Christian Atsu in Newcastle, and you went 1-0 down at this stage. Were you nervous at this stage when you went 1-0 up?
A little bit. I'm not nervous. I just say I was caught by surprise. Early goal, and he used his play as well. But obviously, I thought as the game went on, I dominated quite a lot and was able to score goals.
But then we're just looking at the last goal now. Very comfortable. Bobby Firmino with the last goal of the game, 4-1. So Trent Alexander-Arnold, 5-1 against Man United and 4-1 against Newcastle. So Trent Alexander-Arnold only conceding 2 goals in the whole tournament so far, Joe.
Yeah, really impressive. Raheem, we can have a look at your route to the final, to the semi-final, I should say, right now as well. First up, you had to play against Wilfried Zaha. This was an epic game, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a crazy game, but it was one of those I didn't know what to expect, and the nerves got to me, I can't lie, in the first game, because you don't want to lose your first games. But once the tournament went on, I kind of got a little bit more confident and settled. It was a cracking game.
You've relaxed into it a little bit, but I have to talk about that goal, the sweaty goal that's got everybody talking online. Wilfried Zaha was calling it disgusting. Just for the people that didn't see it, talk us through what was going on in your mind, basically, when you go through one-on-one.
Yeah, I'm just trying to assess the best option. You know, keeper's running straight to me. I've seen someone run to the side of me. I just had to give it to him because I wanted to win the game. It's as simple as that, you know? Do what's best for the team. It's not about individuals.
We heard Trent laughing there, Raheem, at you doing a sweaty goal. Are we going to see more sweaty goals today from you?
Oh, I'm expecting to see some sweaty ones from Trent. But yeah, if it's to win and I've got the chance to, best believe I will do, yeah, for sure.
And then you faced Andre Gomez, who obviously won his first game 8-0. And this was another high-scoring game. But your front three of Sterling, Sane and Aguero is really dangerous, isn't it?
Yeah, the connection, the link-up play, yeah, it's been really good, to be fair. I just need to take, you know, more of my chances and be more ruthless, and that's what I'm going to try to do today.
Yeah, you also conceded a couple of goals in this game. You've conceded, I believe, 6 overall. Are you going to look to play a little bit more defensively against Trent, who you described earlier as constant pressure?
No, I'm an attacking player. That's how I play FIFA. I play FIFA attacking. I always try to be on the front foot and just try to outscore my opponents, and that's what I look to do today again.
There we go then, Smithy. Those are the routes to the semi-final.
Yeah, some great routes there, some epic matches still going on about these half-Sterling game, classic game. Harry, you're not going to give us any predictions, you've said. You give us a lot of predictions this week that haven't quite gone to plan, shall we say. Let's just say that this is a very exciting game and a tough one to call. Do you like what I've done there?
Yeah, you've allowed me not to make no mistakes like I did previously, but it's going to be a great game. I think this is probably one of the most highly anticipated games due to how both the players have played to get to this position at the moment. But Sterling's looked really good, actually. He's got better and better, more confident with his approach. His defensive performance against Zaha was a bit difficult, but he's obviously got more stronger and stronger. So I feel like he's going to do well today. But Trent, we know offensively and defensively how good he is. So I'm so intrigued to see how more assumptions from me, because the last time I did that, I messed up. So I'm looking forward to it, Joe.
Yeah, absolutely buzzing. I just can't wait for this one to start, to be honest. I'm hoping for loads of goals. Although what I will say is the game that finished 0-0 has probably been the tensest so far, Smithy.
Yeah. Yeah, it has. I mean, it was. You can see Dwight Mcneil, as I said, he was wiping his hands on many occasions. It was so tough to watch that. The only golden goal that we've seen throughout the entire tournament, and that was in our last game yesterday. Neil Maupay, one of the tournament's favourites, but he fell short in that golden goal to Dwight Mcneil, and that is the second semi-final that we will bring you later on today, which is Burnley, Dwight Mcneil against Wolves, Diogo Jota. But Joe, we're almost ready to go. For our first game. It is, of course, Raheem Sterling against Trent Alexander-Arnold. Joe, do you expect a lot of goals in this one? Because we've seen lots of goals from both players previously, but we have seen some games become more cagey as the tournament develops, haven't we?
Yeah, maybe, but we've seen how good defensively Trent Alexander-Arnold is. He's only conceded 2 goals in his first 2 games, so it's going to take something to breach that backline. Raheem is going to go out and attack him. He's already spoken about how attacking he wants to be, and Sergio Aguero against Andre Gomez was nearly unstoppable. So I'm hoping for goals. Fingers crossed we get an epic encounter, Harry.
Oh, epic encounter. I think there's going to be some amazing pieces of football from both of these 2 players. They've got amazing players in the real life as well, so it'll be very good to see how they, transcend that into the pitch. But no assumptions for me. But I can't wait. I think this is going to be goals. Actually, do you know what? I'm going to go against what I said earlier. I'm going to make some assumptions. I think this is going to be a lot of goals, attacking performances. So I can't wait for this to go smoothly.
Yeah, here we go. We are underway in our very first semi-final on the 5th and final day of the EPL Invitational. It's Trent Alexander-Arnold of Liverpool going up against his England teammate, of course, Raheem Sterling of Man City. Our first semi-final, Joe, is underway.
Yeah, excited to get this one going. Really excited to get this one going. Of course, the route to the final has seen Trent Alexander-Arnold defeating Manchester United in a grudge game 5-1. He beat Tom Grennan there, and then dispatching Christian Atsu 4-1. As for Raheem Sterling, slightly more difficult affair. He managed to scrape past Wilfried Zaha 5-4 and then beat Andre Gomez 4-2. And we can see Raheem on the attack early doors here, but we've spoken about Trent's defence. Will it be breached early? It won't. Virgil van Dijk, imperious at the back this week, Harry.
Yeah, Virgil van Dijk has been very, very key to Trent Alexander's defence. He's been very, very opposed, and alongside Joe Gomez as well. So it'll be very, very very intrigued, should I say, to see how Raheem actually tries to defeat him. But it started off a bit slow. I think they're trying to find each other out. Bragging rights are on the line here, so I don't think anyone's going to do anything silly in the beginning. But very, very intrigued to see what type of style Raheem uses, because it's very, very hard to break down Trent Alexander, as we've seen from previous games.
Yeah, it looks like we do have a little. Please bear with us if there are any technical difficulties, but at the moment you can see, like